Hello, succulent and cacti enthusiasts. It's me from Succulents Box. Welcome back to Succulents Box's weekly plant care session. Today, let's talk about the tough stars of our indoor garden, cacti. Many novice gardeners think that cacti are easy plants that don't need much care, but that's not exactly true. Just like any other plant, cacti can face challenges. In this video, we'll explore the most common issues when growing cacti and how to solve them. The first and most important problem we'll tackle is overwatering. Now, we all know that cacti are built to withstand drought, and it's surprisingly easy to overwater them. Their shallow and delicate root systems are particularly prone to rot when consistently wet. The result? Root rot, stunted growth, and your cacti becoming more susceptible to pests. To avoid this, remember to water only when the topsoil is dry to the touch, choose well-draining soil and pots with drainage holes, adjust your watering schedule based on your climate and the time of year, be cautious during rainy seasons if your cacti are exposed to the elements. Now let's talk about the second problem, underwatering. While it's better to underwater than overwater, inadequate watering can cause serious issues. When you deprive your cacti of the water they need, you disrupt their natural water storage mechanisms. The result? Dehydration and stress. Prolonged dehydration weakens the plant, rendering it more susceptible to other problems like stunted growth, pests, and unhealthy appearance. To avoid this underwatering problem, follow these tips. Monitor your cacti regularly for signs of dehydration. Adjust your watering schedule based on the specific needs of your cactus species. Ensure that water reaches the root zone during each watering session. The third problem is using incorrect soil. The wrong soil can lead to overwatering, poor drainage, and root rot. To avoid this mistake, choose a high-quality cactus mix or create your own using materials like coarse sand and perlite. Choose soil that provides excellent drainage like high-quality cactus mix with sand and perlite for optimal aeration. Ensure good air circulation for cacti roots by avoiding heavy or compacted soil, which can hinder growth. Find the right soil balance to prevent overwatering and root rot, matching your cacti's drought-tolerant nature. The next problem is incorrect lighting. On one hand, insufficient light can lead to issues like etiolation, where they grow weak and elongated. Poor lighting also makes your cacti weak and susceptible to overwatering and pest issues, as they do not photosynthesize properly. Low lighting can also affect flowering, resulting in fewer or smaller flowers. On the other hand, excessive exposure to direct, intense sunlight can lead to damaged, discolored, or bleached areas on the plant's surface. Position your cacti near a bright window. Use a grow light if needed, especially during the dark days of winter. To prevent sunburn on your cacti, consider using shade cloth or sheer curtains to filter the sunlight and reduce its intensity. The fifth issue you may encounter when growing cacti is high humidity and insufficient air circulation. Cacti are adapted to thrive in arid environments with low moisture levels, so they are less tolerant of excessive humidity and stagnant air. Such an environment can lead to issues like root rot, mold, mildew, and pest infestations. Keep your cacti in places with humidity levels ranging from low to medium, typically below 50%. Place your cacti in areas with good air circulation, both indoors and outdoors. Avoid overcrowding them, which can impede air movement. Finally, let's talk about pests. While cacti are generally more pest resistant compared to many other types of plants, they are not entirely immune to pests. Isolate and monitor new plants to avoid spreading pests to your other plants. Avoid overwatering and environmental changes in temperature, humidity, and other environmental factors because these changes might make your plants more susceptible to infestations. Regular pest check and early pest detection are crucial for preventing infestations from spreading. If you do identify pests, implement control measures immediately to avoid damage. And that wraps up our guide to common cacti problems and how to solve them. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more succulent tips and tricks. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover, leave them in the comments below. Happy gardening, and see you in the next video.
For more, you can find us at succulentsbox.com or on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.